On March 10, 2023, I posted a video announcing an archive project I've been working on. I backed up all of my old PlayStation 2 demo discs I've kept since I was a kid to the Internet Archive to share with you all, so those curious could experience how gamers in the 2000s got their gaming news, updates, and played demos before the internet age simplified things, so retro gamers could re-experience their nostalgia playing earlier versions of their favorite games, especially if you owned these demo discs before, and so game archivists have free and easy access to playable demos and trailers of games in their earlier versions to document and data mine, along with records of old gaming events that may not have been properly archived before. In July of 2025, when posting a backup of Ace Attorney sprite rips onto the site, I noticed something odd about my PS2 demo Internet Archive post. Its status said it was restricted. I never set it to that, so I immediately edited the post to remove its locked status. But after doing so, my post remained locked. Even when trying to open the link on another browser I'm not logged into, the site blocks me from seeing my post or downloading anything from it. I should point out now that I never received any email or notification of any kind about this, so I have no idea when my post was originally locked or why. In addition, it's quite janky when making uploads and navigating the site as a user, so this is also why I didn't initially think there was any problem with my account standing and chalked it up to a website glitch. I then contacted the Internet Archive via their official email address for help in this matter, and so they could unlock my post, but I never got a response. So I contacted them again in August, and this time they answered me back. Except all they said was they cannot do it at this time. No explanation as to why they can't unlock it, and no explanation as to why they locked it in the first place. I respond back, straight to the point, since they were clearly ignoring my questions. Why can you not do anything at this time? Why did you lock my upload in the first place? And why do you block me from unlocking the post myself? I never got a response, so I emailed them again a week later. I still didn't get a response. Now, instead of me repeating myself for comedic effect, I'm just going to skip ahead and tell you that in total, I had to do this 4 times. After that, I finally got another response back, and this time their reply was more than 2 sentences, and it said, "Please stop sending this request. We are not going to change the status of that item." For some strange reason, they seem to be confused as to why I really want to know why my stuff got blocked without my knowledge or any prior warning, and why I want it unblocked so badly. I guess they expected I would be fine with this, not question anything, and go about my day? At this point, I was getting irritated and replied back the following. "I'm sending this request because you haven't answered my questions. I've been contacting you since July and you finally responded after a month of this. If you had answers since then, this situation would have been dealt with by now. Ignoring people's emails and rudely dismissing them doesn't magically answer their questions, neither is it professional. You locked my post without informing me or giving a reason why, and you blocked me from unlocking it myself. Just answer the questions instead of making this a big deal. Number 1, why can't you unlock my post? Number 2, why did you lock my upload in the first place? And number 3, why do you block me from unlocking the post myself?" After sending this out, I immediately got a reply back from them, and this was surprising. For the first time ever, not only was the reply sent within the same day, but within a few hours. I didn't even have to wait between several days to weeks this time. Let's see what they had to say. And looks like they just decided to delete my entire account and all my uploads. Not just the PS2 demo post, but the Ace Attorney one too. Logging in, trying to change the password, and clicking on direct links to my account page on another browser all turn up with errors. Obviously, that also means I won't be able to upload archives to other game-related stuff I came across that I'll touch on in another video. Back to the topic, I made one more response calling out their behavior, the fact that they didn't even follow their own terms of service since my post never broke their rules, because if it did, my post would have been deleted at the start, not locked. Neither did my conduct outside the site, since me asking them questions for locking my post without reason or warning is also not against any of their rules. After that, I scoped around their forums for help and came across a thread of people with similar issues asking for their accounts back. Many of them spoke to one guy who was both a staff member and a regular on the forum, and he helped nearly every person get their stuff reinstated, so I thought the same would work out for me. So I made a new account with a new email address and posted on their forums to speak with the staff member in hopes he will help me restore my original account and uploads. Unfortunately, after weeks of waiting, I would never hear from him, so I just made my own standard forum post. After all, some users also made their own posts and still had employees come into their comments and help them get their accounts back, so it was worth a try. I did this and then I waited. I got comments from other users trying to get their accounts back, but none from any staff members. After a couple days, I went to check on the post, and lo and behold, my post was gone. When I opened up the new tab to check my account, I found my account was apparently gone too. I emailed the Internet Archive via the new email asking why this account was taken down, and what they said was interesting. It was, quote, "It appears that the materials you've uploaded violate the terms of use. Sorry, but the account must remain permanently locked." Considering I've only made forum posts and never uploaded anything to the site on this new account, you might be wondering what were these materials I uploaded. Who knows? I asked them exactly that, but got no response. I asked them again a week later, and still got no response. The people running this site are hypocrites. If anyone tries to defend them by saying this was done for copyright reasons, why couldn't they just simply say that? Even YouTube, with all its faults, will at least send an automated email if something like that happened with your videos. And like I said before, if it was due to copyright, it would have just been taken down. My post wouldn't have been locked. According to their terms of service, if you upload anything that violates their terms, it'll just be taken down. But that's not the hypocritical part. The hypocritical part is the fact that nearly every entry in their archives are made up of copyrighted materials. Books, news recordings, music records, games, and more can easily be found on this site. Speaking more on the topic of games, you can find leaked early builds of games, and games that are a few years old but are posted up because they're considered abandonware. For those who don't know, abandonware are games that have been unlisted and their creators/publishers offer absolutely no legal way to obtain their game ever again. The over 2-decade-old PS2 demos I originally uploaded fall under that category. Getting back on topic, the examples I mentioned have been up on this site and easily downloadable for years without issue. So if the issue is copyright, I'm supposed to believe my game demos that haven't been officially distributed anywhere in over 20 years deserve to get taken down without any explanation, despite not breaking any rules in their terms of service, but anonymous accounts with no public connection or permission from the likes of Sony, Microsoft, Universal, and more can freely upload leaked early builds of games that were never meant to be public in the first place and suffer no consequences? So once again, if copyright is the reason for the takedown, why isn't every other thing uploaded to the Internet Archive's website taken down for the same reason? What are you guys collecting donations for? To keep your library up? What library are you maintaining when you're burning entries people go out of their way to contribute to your library to help build up your reputation for free as the biggest online archive in the world? What about contributions made by people like Marion Stokes? She was a political activist who spent decades recording news channels on tens of thousands of VHS tapes because she didn't trust the credibility of mainstream news outlets and wanted to keep them accountable if they did things like misreport on something one day, then act like they didn't say it the next. After she died, her son paid $16,000 to ship them all to the Internet Archive's headquarters. The reason why I brought her up is because of a few simple questions I have for the Internet Archive. Will all her tapes be digitally archived, or will they pick and choose? And when they do digitize her tapes, will the full recordings be left intact, or will certain news reports, old TV broadcasts, or whatever else they feel like be edited out before uploading the final product on their website? If they'll all be fully archived, why? Based on what's happened to me and others I came across in your forums while seeking help, why aren't you treating her project equally as ours? If uploading old, lost, or abandoned media is grounds for takedown, even though for the third time this does not go against your TOS, and questioning it gets you permanently banned, shouldn't that mean her project's done for? But on the other side, if all her tapes won't be fully archived, also why? Why call yourself a library or archive if you're not going to archive things? And what's the point of their archival project they've been boasting about in interviews and social media for years? What will they do with the footage they choose not to publish or take down from their library? Will they give it to Stokes' family to publicize on their own? Or keep it to themselves? Either way, the $16K Stokes' son paid to have those tapes sent to Internet Archive will have gone to waste. At that point, he should have just given them to his local library instead. Would have been cheaper, and it ended up the same way. But back to the point, as for his mother, Marion Stokes, her goal would, ironically, be undermined by the archive hiding her recorded broadcasts from the public. The very thing she wanted people to have access to protect themselves against future lies made by media outlets. And by the way, whether they're archiving all her stuff or not, what's been taking them so long to finish? According to IA, they first got her tapes in 2012, but also according to them, they've just started archiving them in 2021? but now they're saying they can't finish the archiving process because they're low on funds, even though, as far back as I can see, they've been collecting between $20 and $36 million per year via grants and donations, and in interviews they said the project would take $2 million to complete, while also admitting they had volunteers working on it 24/7 since 2012? Getting back on topic now, sorry for the tangent. I just wanted to share all my frustrations with the Internet Archive and the people running that site over my project getting taken down for no reason. In case you guys were wondering, well, if this happened in 2025, why are you talking about it now, almost a year later? It's because I was trying to get the issue resolved in the background, and as I said throughout the recap, it took a lot of time waiting for their replies. And in the end, after I felt there was nothing else I could do anymore, I was in the middle of working on videos for my other channel, so I had to put this one on the back burner. I really worked hard on this project and loved sharing it with you guys as long as I was able to. The only thing I have left to show for it is this screenshot I took around the time I first uploaded it. By the time it got locked down, it had a lot more favorites, comments, and game archivists finding my posts and adding it to other collections to get more reach. So thank you all for your interactions. What makes this situation worse is I won't be able to share any other demo discs I came across over the years. Like I said in my project announcement video, my collection was incomplete, and as I got more discs, I would add them to the archive for you guys to play and experience for yourselves. With all that off my chest, I'm ready to move on from the Internet Archive proper, but I still want to archive these old games for you guys to have and try out, so if anyone knows of any other archival sites similar to the IA I can use instead, please let me know in the comments and I'll check them out. Also, I'll still be doing the full no commentary playthroughs of the PS2 demo disc here on YouTube for those who'd rather watch them, so don't worry, that's not coming to an end. Until then, I'll see you in my next video.